Well, what a week it's been here at Ainslie. Here's your weekend wrap-up. On Monday, we wrote about the big squeezes igniting the next gold bull rally, and on Insights, we spoke with Alex Hutchinson regarding the current dog not barking, being the fact that the US has already surpassed their debt ceiling and they're hoping no one notices. Well, we did, and it's not a pretty sight. Link provided to watch in full. Tuesday was Analysis Day, where we penned an article analysing the momentum behind the recent astounding rally in cryptocurrencies, and yours truly gave you the weekly gold, silver and platinum price analysis video, where we celebrated gold hitting 3,000 Australian dollars for the first time in history, and I utilised some indicators to look at what the next support and resistance levels for gold might be, depending on the outcome of Wednesday's FOMC meeting. Speaking of Wednesday, that was all about the UBS buyout of Credit Suisse. In both a website article and subsequent Insights video, we talked about the not so great deal when seen through the lens of backdoor liquidity. Insights videos are a must-watch as they break down and expand upon our daily news articles. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like every week, we had our usual product highlight and weekly special. We took an up-close look at the US Mint 1-ounce gold buffalo, and this week's special discounted the limited edition 1/10-ounce platinum kookaburra coin from the Perth Mint for 24 hours only. Did you miss out? No worries, there's always next time. You'll have a better chance of catching the next one if you follow us on one or all of our social media platforms. On Thursday, we gave you a sneak peek at the In Gold We Trust report for 2023. Easily the most anticipated gold analysis report in the world, we presented a series of preview charts from the main report set to be released at the end of May. This one's a must-read. Link provided. Friday's topic and accompanying video was again about the UBS Credit Suisse saga, but zoomed in on which party, bondholders or shareholders, got the better end of the deal. The answer may surprise you. And lastly, Tough Talk chatted once again with Fed Chairman Jerome Powell before the FOMC interest rate decision was announced. Boy, does this guy love a simple yes or no question. You can watch that hilarious clip at the end of this video. That wraps up another week here at Ainslie. As always, balance your wealth in an unbalanced world. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Chair Powell, thanks for fitting us in to your very busy schedule.
You're welcome, Chris. Thanks for inviting me on.
I wondered if I could ask you about the figures that were released this week.
The inflation figures?
Yes, and the rate hikes.
The hikes that are not the primary driver for the slowdown in price increases, but that we continue to raise anyway, risking not only millions of jobs, but also a recession?
Yes.
That, based on projections from our own economists, would put 2 million Americans out of work?
Yes.
So that's 2 million families that will struggle to put food on the table and to keep a roof over their head and to make ends meet?
Yes.
But the economic hardship won't end there. That's just in the US. Tens of millions of people around the world will lose their jobs from the flow-on consequences for an interconnected and globalised world?
Yes.
To say nothing of the fact that engineering a recession to keep inflation under control is not the right strategy, especially at a time where we're seeing inflation cool, independent of rate hikes.
Yes.
And you want to talk about the people who will bear the brunt of an economic recession being our most vulnerable.
Yes.
Because we know from past experiences that recessions have catastrophic and deeply inequitable consequences.
Yes.
So you're concerned about the elderly, minorities, the disabled, low-income workers, anyone who would be steamrolled over by my single focus on trying to get inflation back under 2%.
Yes.
Even though you suspect I already know that this is an impossible target and I'll give up on it over the next few months.
Yes.
So on behalf of the people of the world, you want to ask if I will pause interest rate hikes and want a simple yes or no response, finally providing clarity and hope to a global population that has been pushed to the brink?
Yes, that's exactly what I and everyone else wants to know.
Sorry, but I can't answer your question, Chris.
Why not?
I don't do yes or no answers to serious and complex questions like, will you pause interest rate hikes? It's a very serious question with very serious implications. If you wanted a simple and straightforward answer, you should have asked a better question from the start.
I really just mentioned inflation and rate hikes, and you sort of ran with it from there.
Are you even qualified to ask questions? I feel like I'm the one doing all the heavy lifting in this interview, to be honest.
Okay, let me try a different approach then. Is all of this mess your fault?
Yes.
Because you are using a strategy that doesn't work.
Yes.
But you'll keep going with it anyway?
Yes.
So we're all screwed.
Yes.
Chair pal, thanks for joining me.
See how easy that was when you started acting competently in your job? You might want to start practicing if you want to keep it. There might not be any jobs left by the time I'm done.